Happy New Year from Basic Beer Reviews. And what have we got today to start the new year? Well, we've got something I got for Christmas as part of our review. I actually asked for this for Christmas. It was a bottle of Status Quo Down alcohol-free IPA. Back in the day, I was a massive Status Quo fan, even when it was hideously unpopular to be a Status Quo fan. And I would have killed for something like this. Back then, it is a Status Quo branded glass, essentially, with a bottle of their Down alcohol-free IPA. So I thought, you know what, it's New Year. People are going to be doing dry January, so let's start it off with an alcohol-free IPA review. I'm not going to be going alcohol-free this month, but I thought I might as well do this. It even gives us a bit of information. Founded in London in 1962, Status Quo, one of the UK's most successful rock groups, blah, 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 blah. And it gives us a little bit of information about that, which is quite nice, isn't it? So anyway, let's have a look what we get inside this first of all, and then I can put this tin down. So this was, I asked for this for Christmas. It was £8 from B&M Bargains. It comes in a tin, so you get your tin. Bit of an unboxing here. You get a Status Quo glass there. No idea how long. I don't think that's going to last very long. The writing on it. And a bottle of your Down IPA, which has been in the fridge, all ready to go. So let's take this away. So we'll take the tin. We'll put it over here. There we go. And we've got the bottle and the glass. So, Down alcohol-free IPA. And here is my bottle. I forgot to get my bottle. Can I reach it? There it is. Right, so, yeah, so as I say, when I was younger, in my younger days, as a teenager, really, I really liked Status Quo, really into them, especially the 70s Quo, which that looks like what it is. And loads of different stuff, loads of records and all kinds of bits and pieces that I used to collect. As I say, if they had a beer, I would have collected that as well. Certainly a glass like that. I got it more for the glass than the beer, really. But anyway, and they had other ones. I think they had like Metallica one and, you know, things like that. So they do have different ones. I imagine it's just another beer that they've just sticks to it, Status Quo on the front of. It's 0.5% ABV, so it's not exactly alcohol-free, but for all intents and purposes, it is alcohol-free. And it's brewed and bottled by Williams Brothers Brewing. So many people will know Williams Brothers Brewing, a slightly lower priced craft brewery. I know they supply Aldi with a lot of their sort of crafty offerings. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, Williams Brothers, they're not a bad brewery, but they're not an amazing brewery. So it'll be interesting to see what this tastes like. But yeah, Status Quo Down alcohol-free IPA. Let's crack it and start seeing what we think of it. So, there we go. So it's opened. Let's see how it pours. This glass has already been washed previously, and I say the beer has been in the fridge. So, it's a lighter colour. I was expecting a more traditional kind of IPA, not a crafty one, but I suppose if it's done by Williams Brothers, wow, put way too much in there. Just trying to get a bit of a head there. There wasn't much of a head there. Ooh, a bit, not the cleanest glass in the world. Bit of a tap. Oh, that'll do. Right, there we go. So, yeah, I put way too much in there. I should have done less. But anyway, at least we can get a bit of a nose. So let's... So first of all, colour, it's hazy. It's quite a light pale straw colour, but there is a touch of amber in the colour there. If I hold it up to the light. It looks very nice, actually. It's got a very nice colour to it, actually. So it looks like a session pale. So let's get a nose on it. So it smells, it's quite sweet. A little bit sort of candy-y. Ooh, again, should have given myself more swill room. I don't know why I put so much in. Crazy. But yeah, a bit candy-ish in the aroma. Confectionery. That kind of smell. I'll have to get a bit of a drink on it in a bit and then smell it again. Just got it on my nose. Smells a little bit dank. To be honest, it smells pretty good. For an alcohol-free IPA, it smells pretty good, that. There's a little bit of dankness. It smells a little bit Simcoe-y as well. I don't know if it says what hops are in it. Does it say what hops are in it? But I very much doubt it, but you never know. No, it doesn't actually say much about hops or anything like that, really. Nope, just says it's a tribute to the band's longevity. So anyway, so a bit more of a smell. I am getting a decent smell. I'm getting some fruits. I'm getting some confectionery sugar. Getting a little bit of mango, a bit of dankness in there. Okay, here we go. Let's dive in. Cheers. Let's dive in again. So it's quite light in flavour, as you'd expect. There's a little bit of fruitiness there. A little bit of sweetness. It's very pleasant to drink. There's a teeny bit of bitterness in there. You can certainly taste the hops. It's very pleasant to drink, actually. It is very, very pleasant to drink. Let's finish it off. Yeah, it is very nice. It's is it a good substitute for a proper IPA? Possibly. It's very light in flavour, but it's still very pleasant to drink. There's no off tastes. Very refreshing. It is quite smooth. As I say, there's a little bit of that fruitiness in there, and it is a nice fresh fruitiness. It's nothing wrong with that. I wouldn't say it tastes particularly alcohol free. There's a little bit of hot bitterness on the back end there. A little bit of dankness in the flavour. So I'd say, yeah, the flavours it's giving are very nice indeed. It's very pleasant, very drinkable, very nice flavours, just incredibly light in flavours, which is one of those things with the alcohol-free IPAs. You can either make them incredibly low in flavour, or you can introduce all kinds of weird flavours that just make them taste a bit funny. I've never had one that's been brimming with, fresh IPA flavour. Well, this one is quite nice. It's a bit like the Laser. Is it Laser Town? It's the Beavertown Laser thing. Laser Crush. A bit like the Laser Crush, but with a bit more bitterness, a bit more hot bitterness on it, really. So I'd say it's possibly one up from the Laser Crush, this. So, yeah, I think it's quite pleasant. You wouldn't know it was alcohol-free. If I drank 5 of these, I'd expect to feel drunk. The way it tastes. It's certainly perfectly pleasant. Would I recommend going out and buying £8 a go for these? No, obviously not. And you'd have a lot of glasses to show for it. But with me thinking that it's quite possibly a Williams Brothers beer that is available as a Williams Brothers beer, I might be wrong. Do they do an alcohol-free pale? I imagine they will do. I would say possibly check out some of Williams Brothers alcohol-free pales. This might be one of them, to be honest. Or there might be one that's incredibly like this one. Because I am impressed. It is nice. It is pleasant. And and it's alcohol free as well. So if that matters to you, then you want something that's decent. I'd say that's decent for an alcohol free IPA. Nothing more to say. Till next time, have a good one.